going on, y'all? About to check out this video from WestJet, if I'm not mistaken. It's about some streamer, and I think his name is Sykkuno. I don't know how to pronounce it. Maybe I'm right. Let's find out. I think this is the fake nice guy streamer that I was hearing about a while back.
Massive day for the unemployed. The Sykkuno files just dropped, and it's insane.
I pronounced it right. A little bit.
Google Docky. Don't know who Sykkuno is? He's one of the Chinese streamers who would play Among Us with Pokemon during the pandemic.
That's crass.
In this video, we'll be looking at the Google Docky, the video that Mugen made in collaboration with the victims, as well as some responses from other streamers, so stay tuned.
I just thought, yo, he's gonna the GOAT.
Because it's about to get disappointing. On Valentine's Day of this year, I was followed on Twitter by Sykkuno. I thought it was amazing that such a big content creator even knew I existed, let alone followed me on social media. He had been my role model and someone I looked up to for a long time, ever since my days in high school. I love the way this Chinese guy lied to all these women and gaslit them in Among Us. No wonder he was so good at Among Us. He was an imposter. Sykkuno is not the kind, soft-spoken character you see on stream. He is a serial cheater, liar, and manipulator who uses his status to get what he wants from as many women as possible.
No, you say he's a friend of Hassan's? That's crazy. He down with the Hollywood streamers. Whatever they call that crew over there. So he's a friend of Hassan's. Can't say I'm not surprised. Damn. That's real. Same. I didn't know he was down with Hassan. But now I believe it.
More specifically, the ones who are smaller up or up-and-coming content creators, knowing he can take advantage of them. Below, you will find evidence that will expose his calculated pattern of love bombing and manipulation, as well as a recording of a voice call where he explicitly admits to all the wrongdoings and everything. This dude is 34 years old. How is he still an e-boy, bro?
But what made him really desirable is just how socially awkward he was. He was innocent in an endearing way. He was a boy failure that needed a woman to fix him. In a nutshell, he was this picture, almost allergic to
Yeah, I've seen guys do that kind of weird act. Like, I'm so shy. I don't know how to talk to girls. Only if a woman could help me learn. It's the weirdest thing in the world, but within a certain type of culture. Right? Certain type of internet culture is what I'm speaking on. That's like something that's like fantasized about.
other women. He just couldn't handle anything romantic. He would get too flustered.
Never trust a dude that covers their mouth when...
And I think they used to like the fact that he sounds like an anime character too. Like, come on. Come on, man. Get the hell up out of here. So because he looked like an anime character, you could fantasize and think, oh, this is the anime guy from the romance anime that I watch. Like, get out of here.
And they laugh. Our first conversation. After Valentine's Day, I was so excited about him following me that I told a friend who then urged me to strike up a conversation. I finally worked up the courage to send him a DM and he replied right away. Are you still looking for a Valentine's date, perhaps? Sabrina Carpetbomb. What? You can't just open up with something like that. And besides, Valentine's Day is almost over where I'm from already. I mean, we can always do a Valentine's Day do-over, you know? And then this 34-year-old man invited me to play games with him. In the first conversation, he brought up what kind of games he liked to play and invited me to play with him after a convention. Oh, do you want to play Eureka Legend? You know, so far it doesn't look bad. He says he can heal her with a healing kit and asks her what games she plays. I play it, but I'm pretty bad. Can you carry me, lol? I play Overwatch a little, but I'm most useful on Torb, hiding behind a turret, but they nerfed that apparently.
You know, being ass, or not even being ass, asking someone to carry you is crazy. And I suck at a lot of games. I'm never gonna be like, can you carry me? I'm gonna just be like, I suck. You already know. I'm trashing all these new video games now. If we throw some Nintendo 64 on, I might be able to do something. Nigga, I was untouchable on that GoldenEye. Maybe some of that, we throw that PlayStation 1 on. Put on that Tekken 3. Almost undefeated in that game. It's on some Soul Calibur. My bad. I'm about to try to see if I can figure out a way to get old games on my PC so I can play it on live stream. But yeah, I'm not gonna act like this person.
Apparently, asking a girl to carry you in game is crazy work, but let's.
Okay, so I'm not tripping. Like, I can't even call myself a gamer for real. I'm like a 10% gamer. I'm a retired gamer. That once I get a good PC, I'm going to get back into it. But even I knew that sounded nuts.
Move on. After some more boring conversations about gaming, they moved on. Interest in where I live. For context, this is still the same day as the first conversation. Oh my, that's crazy. Only moved to Discord at a few hours apart since I'm EU time zone and he's US time zone. Things started out innocently enough with him inquiring about fun things to do where I live, such as aquariums and conventions. TwitchCon EU specifically. I'd like to point out that I said we could go on a date and make up for Valentine's. He not once expressed to me any discomfort or that he wasn't single. You wouldn't get it. Sykkuno's married to the game. So then he did the unforgivable thing of following her private Instagram. Ooh. I also learned that there is a 15-year age gap between us. Yo, is this person because, bruh, you DM'd him first? I don't know. The math ain't mathin' for this one. Making plans to move in together. With Sykkuno, our relationship moved so incredibly fast it almost felt like a dream. It was like he could make anything I wanted happen, and as someone as prolific and successful as him, I had no reason to doubt anything he said to me. Girl, what? He's the Among Us guy. You can't be trusted. Even if he's joking. 2 days of knowing someone talking about getting a cat together? Crazy work. We had known each other barely for a few days, and this 34-year-old man was already expressing interest in moving in together to live in the same house. For how you get a DM him first and then age shame him. Put some respect on his name. He used a VTuber when talking to Bernie Sanders, and yes, that's true. In this screenshot, Sykkuno said he's only ever had one relationship in his entire life. I would eventually found out that was a lie, and he's been dating and living in the same house as his girlfriend for years, and I was not the only girl on the internet that he spoke to on a daily basis. Why are you shocked? This dude is 34. He saw the towers fall and he was old enough to cry. I've only actually dated someone.
I feel attacked. I think I was like in the 6th grade when that happened. Yo, it was insane. I don't think you know what it felt like. I'm proving his point though. That's crazy. I'm proving his point. My bad.
Once and he broke up with me, so yeah, I think I'm just not very good, so it's probably just a me issue. We texted every single day, and these interactions would be charged with flirting and suggestive topics. I would send him suggestive pictures and audios, and he would confirm that he had himself to them. Additionally, he'd always act flustered and inexperienced, keeping up the illusion on his stream innocent persona. Oh, that's a nice backside you got that yet, while he's covering his mouth or something. On top of texting, we also called almost every day, even after he'd streamed for 8 hours. I now realize he was quiet because his girlfriend lived with him and he didn't want her to hear. Hey, don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife.
Because in reality, behind this mirage, this illusion, there was a master manipulator, a serial cheater, and a predator.
Okay, predator is a pretty big word. What did he do? Did he do a jungle clear and forget the scuttle crab? That's punishable by death in China, by the way.
What he would somehow forget to tell them, though, is that he had been in a monogamous relationship since 2021. But you don't have to take my word for it, because he admits to everything in a recorded voice call with the victim herself.
Patience, guys. We'll get to the call. Christ, I know you guys don't need that much stimulation. Come on. Whoa, he sent her $81 to buy her the new Resident Evil game. Now they're talking about working out together and going on gym dates and yeah, like fun helping each other out during workouts.
A predator.
Okay, this one's absolutely crazy work. I haven't dated much, so you have me now. My XP bar is low. Bro, that's some crazy work, and people were kind of clouding this for he cheated for esports. Are you serious? Oh no, even in the call, this dude is still doing the voice. Holy f***ing Riz of the century. That was low-key hard as hell. You know, I kind of wondered if you've ever yourself while watching what I send you. What?
But why?
Yeah, word. That sound wild. You said, why wouldn't he just break up with his girlfriend if he was interested in another woman? I feel bad for his girlfriend in the situation. I agree. Yeah, I think that he handled it the super wrong way. Bro got his dating tips from Pokey. That's funny. gym dates. Oh no.
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Bro said maybe. I want a yes or a no. Yes, of course I have. How could I not? Sugar daddy. Less than a month later, Sykkuno would randomly ask for my PayPal account in DMs, then he'd waste no time in sending me money unprompted, something that I'd later realize was simply a behavioral pattern that he'd employ with women he'd expressed interest in. I want to reiterate, I have never asked him for his money, and he did this on his own volition. He bought me both a gym jacket, linked below, Resident Evil 9, because I expressed interest in the game. Hate to be that guy, but you could have returned the money if you didn't want it, so why is this even a point? Oh, here.
Be honest, yeah. Spent a little $80 here and there to get you a gift or two. Like, if you didn't want it, you should have said no. No, thank you. Sent it back.
Here comes trouble, make it double. A calculated pattern of love bombing and manipulation. After speaking to Elfaleia a couple days ago, we were both able to corroborate our experiences with Sykkuno and learned that we were both victims of his. Okay, the biggest crime I see is the hotmail. Sykkuno is known to send hundreds of dollars to the girls he wants to get involved with. This screenshot is from when he took my friend Elfaleia to Paris during the 2025 TFT tournament, along with sending her 500 euros to help her move into a new apartment. Unk is down bad, paying for
Yeah, okay, now he's wildin'. Alright, that's crazy. I'm thinking, alright, he got a little jacket or something, like a little hoodie. Now he's wildin'. And he's a close together too. Like very close together. He was throwing a bag out. If this ain't your girl, that sounds a little crazy.
Based on the messages, they seem pretty happy to take money from him and like go on trips and stuff.
At 100,000 viewers in one stream, he was gaining 500,000 followers every single month.
And he couldn't even drop a band on the hose.
That Sykkuno had the highest female demographic fan base compared to any other streamer, her included.
He's basically a performative male phenotype, and all these women fell for it.
It would also allow him to be one of the only male streamers to constantly be able to hang out with a majoritarily female friend group without him or them getting in trouble with their fan bases due to jealousy.
Girls would straight up ask him, why are you single? And he's like, I play too many video games.
I don't know, like, how females fell for this. Well, I guess I get it. But there's so many men that pretend to be like this guy just so they could be close, just be around you and wait for their opportunity. Just, they know they got a chance. If they could just wait a good 15 years till you finally noticed them or gave up. And you just like, might as well mess with this guy. Why have I never gave my nice male friend a chance? It's because he wasn't your actual friend. He was literally just enduring so he could wait for his chance. And a lot of females, I'm telling you, I've had this debate. I've debunked it. I've like debate in person, which is a group of people, and had the female call their male friend to where I asked him a few questions and then he confessed that he was just waiting his turn. Like, I'm trying to let people know that I'm not saying every man is like this. There's a lot of guys like this that will pretend to be Mr. Nice Guy. I don't know nothing. I don't even know how to talk to girls. That way you can trust me. Nasty. And they be hating on the dudes that you're dating too. So they have you all messed up in the game, giving you bad advice. So they could remove all the competition. So the fact that they got caught with this is insane to me, but there's a lot of females that won't notice it.
I have to play Jack's top lane. Wait, not that kind of predator.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
As Elfaleia spoke with Sykkuno, she'd tell him about rumors that she heard from someone else about how Sykkuno had a roster of readily available women and how they all coincidentally were smaller content creators who wouldn't dare touch him if something went wrong. What are they scared of? Is he gonna ban them from the Among Us tournament? Ooh, Sykkuno's girlfriend. The coincidence would lead me to finding out the truth about Sykkuno happened last week. A popular male VTuber tried to slide in my DMs to presumably get in my pants, and when I rejected him, he immediately started to mention nasty rumors about Bao. How Bao? Out of concerns for her, I reached out to a mod who then connected me with Bao. The three of us struck up a conversation when I mentioned I was nervous about a date I was going on. They asked me who it was. When I said my date was Sykkuno, they immediately told me not to go on the date for my own personal safety.
Safety is number one priority.
So this is Sykkuno's girlfriend. I've lived with him for over 2 years. We have been together since 21. Everything he's planning with you are things we planned together and talk about and have done. I'm sorry. What many of these women didn't know is that he'd always lie about the fact that he's single, that behind the scenes he had a neglected and depressed girlfriend that he'd been with since 2021 and who has lived with him since 2024 in the same house. I mean, he's kind of a dickhead. Cheating is cringe, but like, predator might be a stretch. Master manipulator and dangerous predator. Looks inside. My face went PNG. And then the girl who exposed him dropped the I am beyond disappointed in you.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Oh, and the call. Holy 17-minute call. Jesus.
That's it. Like,
What's it?
probably never talking again.
You and me?
Yes.
What? Why?
Is that not why?
What is why? I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and be like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But I never will forgive you for cheating on her. That's.
I'm just as confused as all of you. He's saying they don't want to talk anymore, and she's like, nah, you can still talk to me, but I don't forgive you.
You're telling me how you wanted me to come visit you in Vegas, and how you wanted to go on a date, and how you were serious about me, and how you really meant, and how you wanted to go get a cat together.
Shorty.
Yes.
Yeah. Why? Why didn't you just break off the relationship then?
Because the combination of remembering how it was, some part of me hoping it would go back to that, and
Well, obviously it's not going to go back to that if you're actively cheating on her.
Not defending Sykkuno, but this person sounds stuck up as hell.
It's only going to get worse. I think that's really on you, bud. And I know you're smarter than that.
What
I'm
the
not.
hell?
I mean, for fuck's sake, you're a 34-year-old man. Yes, you are.
Oh my
Stop acting
gosh.
like you're a child.
His age isn't some kind of mystery. You chose to DM this 40.
Right. Like, that's crazy. I'm not trying to defend dude, but you keep using that as something against him like you didn't know. Like, you using that as like a weapon. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, nah, that was a little wild. Doing a lot.
7-year-old man.
You knew damn well in the back of your head that wasn't going to end up well.
yeah.
I also find it funny how these random e-girls came out with this and not, you know, the girlfriend who he cheated on. Sykkuno's friends are all coming out saying it's disappointing, which, to be fair, it is. Cheating is cringe. You're the lowest of the low if you do it.
It's really not. Cheating is just bad. She hasn't done anything to ask for you to be cheated on. It's pretty cut and dry. You can still talk to me and be like, make up for your actions. Exactly. So there's still no excuse for you to cheat on her.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I'm just as confused as all of you. But you can still talk to me if you want. You know, no big deal. Maybe we could play some Among Us with your other friends.
That sounds crazy, bro. Like, that sounds insane. That person need therapy. He need therapy. There's a whole lot of confusion going on.
And
Wow.
this stuff was pretty silly. The debunker had to chime in.
It's not a tactic if the person is asking for, brother, it's not a tactic about money. If the person is asking for money and waits to receive money, you cannot say this. It has to be unprompted, unwarranted. It has to be, and even if it has to be after reluctance and resistance, that's the moment where it would be wrong. Because this is, well, I don't think I should be taking this, and you still do it? Wrong.
You know, stuff is really unemployed when XQC starts to make sense.
Love bombing me, dude. F- off. Just
And I
stop
think
it.
one thing that honestly struck
Again, XQC is correct. These women don't show any reluctance to taking his money, so the fact that they think this is a gotcha is a bit of a flaw. Summary. Fake scumbag e-boy turns out to be a pest expected, and clout-chasing e-girls can't take accountability for f***ing themselves so easily because they wanted attention from someone rich and famous expected. He's not a predator. You don't have to sensationalize it. You all just acted like ghouls trying to use each other. Lily Pichu also chimed in saying, I feel like I don't really know who people are and it's a lot to unpack. I try to believe in people, but I've ended up disappointed so many times. I'm becoming more closed off. I'm taking a few days off. See you guys later. Stay safe. Stay comfy. I'm not even going to say his friends turned on him because the dude straight up cheated. Like, you know, whatever. I don't really care that a streamer cheated on his girlfriend, and I don't understand why everyone else is pretending they do either.
You're wrong about the Sykkuno situation. It was between two consenting adults. You can't be mad at two consenting adults. I don't understand why you're upset.
This was like Hiroshima 2 for the Asian girls. It was devastating. But Predator? Really? Piece of sure. Asshole? Definitely. But let's not just throw these words around.
Oh my fucking god. Yeah, this was a glazer. The guy who makes this video is a glazer. Like, this guy coordinated the release of this video because he's a big ass fucking glazer. Like, this is just, it's uncharitable. Like, it's not manipulative yet.
Dirty gamer boy facade to lure women into a false narrative.
Also, one of the girls was straight up telling him she doesn't have money, and she used the crying emoji.
I need money. I need money. You get money? Oh my god! Don't do that! Stop it!
XQC was not a...
That is crazy. That is wow. How you could sit there and like pretty much hint that you need it. Yo, I'm broke. Don't got it. And then when he gives you money, then it's how dare you? You tried to buy my love. Nah, that's kind of grimy, bro. That's crazy.
Fan of this Mugen video, he was calling him a glazer and their beef was escalating. He was so pressed for some reason, he even left a comment. Let's check it out. If he can only date people that are as or more famous than he is, then who could he have dated during his peak era? There were literally 0 creators who would qualify for that. Please clarify. He could have dated Pokimane, his girlfriend. He could have simply dated his girlfriend that he lived with and not lied to her.
He said his girlfriend. That's who he could have dated. The girl he was with the whole time. Nah, that's facts. You ate him up with that one. I'm gonna say, who could he have dated? His girlfriend, who he was with the whole time. That's possibly who he could have dated.
For over 5 years while playing Dating Simulator with every female content creator in existence. But sure, man, let's instead farm clips calling cheating based. Real classy.
I just thought, yo, he's kind of the GOAT.
So this old clip resurfaced of XQC giving Sykkuno advice back in the day, and it aged like fine wine.
You could get a girlfriend a date for like a whole year if you just... What? Yeah, man. Chat. I trained the man well, chat. Guys. I gave him some golden advice, and he took it to heart, man. What can I say?
Whoa, it's almost like two things can be true at once. The girls that exposed him are weird, and he's also a piece of for cheating. Crazy. If you made it this far...
I agree with that, I guess you could say evaluation. All of them need help. They all need therapy. They need to figure that out. But tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the hype button. Watch more videos, because knowing me, I dropped a lot today. And YouTube don't be notifying people, so make sure you check for that. Real talk.